So, you want to learn to day trade and make that Lamborghini money. But here's the problem. You don't have at least $4,000 to start day trading. According to the new data from Gold Banking Rates, more than 69% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. So obviously, from observing that data, we gotta do something about it here. Having regular money saving habits is important, especially if you want to eventually use that money to start day trading. It's not easy, but it is possible. I personally started the savings journey when I was making only $10 per hour in high school. In this video, I'll be going over my step-by-step process I used to save $10,000 for trading in 6 months. So if you're looking to start day trading journey and fund your first trading account, then this is a must-watch. Just a reminder to smash the like button to make it rain Lamborghinis and speed up your savings journey. My money-saving journey started well before I even knew about the stock market. While most personal finance gurus would recommend on cutting back on spending $5 on coffees or lattes, I believe that's really just a small piece of the equation. My approach since I was in my early 20s has mostly been focused on making more money. I've always had multiple part-time jobs while in high school, as art tutors, Tim Hortons baristas, and other miscellaneous jobs at the food court. So the spirit of making more money from side hustles has always been natural to me. When I decided to get ready to fund my trading account in my early 20s, I did similar steps and had multiple side hustles outside of my 9 to 7 job in order to speed up my savings. I know what some of you guys are thinking right now.
Come on, humble trader. You can now fund an account in Robinhood with only $100.
Yes, that is true. Nowadays, you can open a trading account with less than $1,000. However, I wanted to be conservative and have more room for error. I don't ever want to trade with the last $1,000 I have in my bank account and have any losses potentially affecting my day-to-day life. This mindset I'm preaching to you right now is the exact same as I had more than 8 years ago. I wanted to open an account with at least $4,000 after some comfortable savings outside of my trading account. At the same time, I also lived frugally and cut my monthly spending. It took me about 6 months to save up for $10,000 in cash. I was finally able to live comfortably and take out a portion of that cash to fund my first trading account. So in today's video, I'll be showing you the money-saving formula that I took to save $10,000. Step number 1, create a budget. You need to figure out your fixed cost. Fixed expenses are all the must-spend items and services per month you would need to maintain a basic standard of living each and every single month. This can include rent, groceries, food, insurance, utilities, loan repayment, and of course, my monthly Lamborghini payments. Here is what my fixed expenses look like more than 8 years ago. Each month, I was spending about $800 on rent, $200 on dining, $150 on groceries, $100 on gas, $200 on a car lease, $100 on student loan payments, and I allocated around $200 per month for miscellaneous expenses that may come up by surprise. This adds up to about $1,750 per month in US dollars for my living expenses. Keep in mind that this is pre-8%, 9% inflation figures. Inflation. Now that we have the monthly expenses tallied up, it's time to create a budget out of these fixed expenses and start tracking all of the money coming in and out. There are many websites or apps out there that allow you to track your personal spending. I personally use a free budget and expense tracker like Mint by Intuit to track all of my expenses each month. On there, I just connect the app to my credit cards and bank accounts. It doesn't matter whether you use an automated tracking system like I did or an Excel spreadsheet DIY style. As long as you do whatever works easiest for you to create categories for all of your spendings. And from thereafter is where we can really optimize the figures and find out your monthly savings goal. Okay, moving on to step number 2 to save up for $10,000. And that is to set a specific saving goal. With the information we gathered in step number 1, we can now create a plan to save towards $10,000. At the time, I was making an average about $2,500 in US dollars after tax each month living in California. So that means each month with my spending mentioned earlier, I was saving about $800. $10,000 divided by 800, this will take me more than 1 year to make my savings goal. I knew this wasn't fast enough. I was already paper trading and studying the market at the time, so I wanted to be able to fund a real account way sooner, ideally within 6 months. So that means I should be aiming to save around $1,700 per month in order to meet my goal of $10,000 in 6 months. At the time, my employment income from my 9 to 7 VFX job was not stable at all. There were months when I only had work for 2 or 3 weeks. So I knew I needed to look for alternatives in order to increase my income to save steadily for $10,000. Very important lesson here. Please do not quit your job right away in order to day trade. You still need that income, however small or unstable, to support yourself or your family, especially in the early stages of saving up and learning to day trade. Let me know in the comment section below if you can relate to what I just said. Tell me what your numbers are like in step number 1 and 2 so far. Some of you might still be going through this experience of working 9 to 7 to save up and pursue your passion. Step number 3, it's time to make more money from side hustles. Hustling on the side has never been foreign to me. I've had multiple part-time jobs while in high school and in college. But now that I've had some experience taking alternative ways to make money, I started to get creative. I began by following a few very interesting subreddits such as Churning and Churning Canada. These are subreddits for enthusiasts who want to hack the credit card points game and earn a lot of bonuses from opening bank accounts. At the time, my focus was on the cash sign-up bonuses when opening bank accounts. With big banks like TD, RBC, and CIBC in Canada, they often reward new customers anywhere from $300 to $500 when you sign up for a new account and set up pre-authorized payments. This was extremely simple to do online, even though I was in California. I racked up 3 to 5 cash bonuses like that, totaling over $1,500 in a short 3 months. I also joined forces with another friend, a fellow VFX designer struggling to find work. We would pick out furniture from garage sales and Craigslist in wealthy areas of Los Angeles for pennies on the dollar, or for free. Because these people are so rich, they don't really need to care about making money from used furniture. They just want people to remove what they don't want for them. Then we would clean up the furniture, take new photos, and resell them online for 2, 3, and sometimes even 10x the price. This was actually really fun and lucrative side hustle with my friend, which made me a bit more than $2,000 over the course of 6 months. I also started design freelancing on the side. While it was a challenge finding steady work in VFX and animation in-house, it was fairly easy for me to find short-term work for mobile games and commercials. I was sometimes juggling 3 to 4 projects at the same time when freelancing. It was a lot of manual labor and not really scalable, but I was still able to make an extra $500 to $1,000 cash each month. Remember, with your side hustles, whether it's in person or online, be creative and think outside of the box. Step number 4, live below your means. As I mentioned earlier, I personally think it's best to always prioritize making more money in dollars rather than trying to save on pennies. However, getting into the habit of living below your means is great for helping us stay on track of our savings goals of $10,000. When I first moved to Los Angeles, I got into the habit of partying 4 nights a week, brunching and dining out every other day, and that was extremely harmful on my wallet. I didn't know I was spending that much on these things until I started budgeting, like we did in step number 1. I resorted to cooking at home more and cut back on going out to eat, deliveries, and partying. This greatly helped as I was no longer spending money on $6 waters or $15 shots. I also terminated my car lease at the time and started taking public transit and rode my bike to work. And it really helped that I was a young 20-year-old, fresh out of college and single. So life was just much easier back then. I had no kids and no one would be that surprised if I slept on a floor on a mattress. With steps 1 to 4, I created a budget, set specific savings goals, and aggressively increased my income with side hustles and lived below my means. I was able to save $10,000 within 6 months. This definitely wasn't easy. I had to make a lot of sacrifices, worked on evenings and weekends, cut back on a lot of going out and spending in general in order to get here. But hopefully this shows you that it is possible to save $10,000 in cash to start day trading as long as you set your mind to it. If you guys enjoyed the video, please remember to drop a like and subscribe. This is a new format of making videos, so I hope you guys enjoy them. If you want to learn more about my trading strategies, then feel free to check out the Humble Trader community down below. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. I'm the Humble Trader, and I'll see you guys next time.